Hey, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. So, I chose this picture of Regina Hall to pretty much describe how my inner being has felt over the last month. Um, this is how I feel on the inside. I just feel like I'm in a constant state of being triggered by everything, which is why sometimes I make a deliberate decision to just step away from social media. Now, a lot of that, of course, has to do with the fact that, school is technically here in the state of Illinois for a lot of districts. It's supposed to start next month. And we're still trying to figure out how to do that. And so that's stressful. That's because you have to figure out how to do this safely, right? Parents are ready to get their kids the hell up out the house, but they want to do it safe. And then there's some parents that have already made the decision, my kid isn't going back. So we're trying to deal with all of that, and it's triggering. It's stressful. Now, out of all the stuff that has happened over the last month with the police shootings and, we still haven't gotten justice for Breonna Taylor. Nobody's been arrested for that. One of the things that brings and gives me hope that maybe things are really going to change this time is the fact that these new generations, the Generation Z, and even some of the millennials have decided that what was normal to us isn't working for them anymore. And at first I was a little skeptical about how this was going to go, but I have to say, in the last month, these kids that's been out here in the street have gotten more done and has got more changed than we have seen in a long time. I think that they are getting a political education while they're out there in these streets. They are educating themselves. And what I admire about them is that they are unafraid. They have made the decision to say, you know what you guys who were born in the 60s, 70s, 80s have tolerated, we're not going to tolerate that anymore. We're not okay with that. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that they're saying, you know what? If you were cool with going to a school named after a Confederate general, fine. Okay, because you didn't know. You didn't realize you had the power to do something about that. But we're saying, no, we're not going to do this anymore. And I can appreciate that they are taking a stance and things are changing. Now, painting the whole Black Lives Matter in the street and all this other stuff, that doesn't move me because, Black people could still get killed on the very street that have Black Lives Matter on it. But that's not from those young folks, right? These young folks are really trying to enact change, and they are doing it one Confederate monument at a time. The needle is moving, guys. The needle is moving. And I have just decided to just let them. Give them some guidance when necessary, but get out the way and let them do what they're doing. Just get out the way and let them do it. And I think that is, in my opinion, the best way to let this happen. All right. I don't think racism is going to go away because whiteness is power, but things are going to change because of these folks right here. The next thing I want to talk about are the Karens. Listen, I was going to do a video. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I was trying to put all these different snippets together of all these Karens just acting out. Some acting out in the store because they don't want to wear a mask, and people asking for permits. Did you have a permit to do that? And just being typical Karens, right? Just getting all up in folks' business and don't have none of their own. And I saw this video of this woman basically pulling a gun out on this Black woman. They had some kind of altercation in the parking lot, right? And this woman so blatantly just pulled out a gun. And it made me think to myself, listen, Black folks, and I was one of those people that was like, yeah, I don't really want to have a gun in the house and stuff like that. I don't really feel comfortable with a gun. I'm telling you right now, I'm already in classes I'm going to get my gun license. And I would implore Black folks, if you haven't, to go get your gun license, be a registered gun owner, because they not playing. They not playing out here. There's already a sheriff in Florida, a black dude at that, telling citizens, hey, if you are a registered gun owner, you a legal gun owner, I'm giving you license to go out here and take care of these protesters if they get out of pocket, if they get out of hand in your community. I'm telling you, it's okay. That's a black dude telling that. So they the ones with the guns. We need to have guns too. Because if it's going to be like that, you ain't just going to be no shooting motherfuckers. We all going to be shooting then, if that's the case. We all going to be just some shooting motherfuckers up in here. Because we got to get armed. We got to do that. These folks out here ain't playing. They not playing. They don't mind pulling out guns. And then we just got to pull out a bigger one. That's how I feel at this point. Because these Karens are not going to stop. Just imagine just being just confronted with a gun in your face like that. That's ridiculous. So let me talk about this. I don't know about y'all, but I am a huge Golden Girls fan. I love the Golden Girls. And as you know, a lot of these big corporations and companies, ever since everything happened with George Floyd, has been like, oh, Black Lives Matter, and you know, we're going to change this, and we're not going to do this, and we're going to do that. I chose this picture because I think it was like about a week ago, Hulu decided to pull this episode from the Golden Girls because of this scene right here. And I remember this episode well because, again, I love the Golden Girls. I literally watch the Golden Girls every day. There is not a day that goes by that I do not watch an episode of the Golden Girls. Okay. This episode was not insensitive, and it was not, in my opinion, controversial at all. Okay. They had a mud mask on, and it was an episode in which Dorothy's son was marrying a black woman, and it just kind of was a little bit of that comedy in it. Okay. Because this is when the black family was meeting the girls for the first time. And so Hulu, being oversensitive to everything, decided to pull it. Just like, you know, we got cartoons saying, oh, Cleveland Brown is no longer going to be voiced by a white guy. It's going to be and I'm just thinking about, and we're going to change the Aunt Jemima name. You know, we're going to change the pancake. And I'm just thinking to myself, listen, I understand what they are attempting to do. We don't need you to pull an episode of the Golden Girls. We want you to arrest the people that shot Breonna Taylor. We want you to arrest the cops that accosted and held down Elijah McClain as he struggled to breathe. We want you to arrest the people that need to be arrested. We want you to change the systems that keep black men and women on probation longer than other races, right? We want you to change the system. We don't give a damn about no goddamn episode. You want to do us a favor about Aunt Jemima? How about you pay the women, pay their families, pay their descendants for using these women, for using their images and their likeness, because you know they didn't pay them well. How about you pay those families, you know, and then we can talk. But all this like like we're going to pull this episode, we're going to do, like, that's just stupid to me. And it's just performative to me. And it doesn't really signify, in my opinion, real change. That's why when I see, you know, oh, we're going to, Mayor de Blasio from New York, we're going to paint Black Lives Matter on Fifth Avenue. It don't matter if black folks still going to get shot on Fifth Avenue. It don't matter if folks can't afford the rent in New York. It don't matter if your thug ass gang called the NYPD still gonna be out here harassing black folks. It does not matter what you paint. I don't give a damn. I don't think black folks give a damn about you painting Black Lives Matter on no street. We just don't care. We don't give a damn. Change the systems that create better communities for black folks. So when you hear people talking about black on black, well, you know, what about black on black? Well, again, that's proximity, right? So if you change the systems within those communities, then, you know, and everybody not fighting for the same scraps in the same territory, then maybe things could change in those communities where we ain't got little kids getting shot in the streets, little 3-year-olds getting shot. You know, it's all systemic. Change the systems. We don't give a damn about no goddamn pancake box. Like I said, I appreciate the sentiment, but it's just not enough. And last but not least, Terry Coonhead Crews. All right. D.L. Hughley tried to warn us about him. He really did. I'm going to go ahead and show you D.L. Hughley real quick, y'all, and we're going to talk about this.
Now, I'm not going to say I told y'all about Terry Crews. Oh, fuck it, yes I am. I told y'all. Whew. Y'all got me all tuckered out. I got to relax. I got the COVID. Whew.
I want to remind you of this tweet that Terry Crews put out at the beginning of June. He said, defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. Equality is the truth. Like it or not, we are all in this together. And when he did that, a lot of us were shaking our head because we wanted to understand where this black supremacy was and if we could get us some, because there is no such thing as black supremacy at all. There is no such thing. And so people was clowning Terry Crews, and then he was like, you know, we allowed to have different opinions. We allowed to be, you know, have different viewpoints as black people. We're not a monolith. And I agree with him, but it got to at least make sense. Whatever you saying still has to make some sense. And then he was like, if you are a child of God, you are my brother and sister. I have family of every race, creed, and ideology. We must ensure Black Lives Matter doesn't morph into Black Lives Better. And then I was just like, listen, I don't know if Terry Crews is out here trolling. I don't know if he is literally trying to do this stuff on purpose to just keep his name out there. I don't understand. I don't know what the whites have on him to keep him tweeting like this, but I just don't understand Terry Crews. I don't get it. I don't understand this level of coonery. Like I said, I can live with a different viewpoint. I can live with I don't like Candace Owens. I don't like her level of coonery for the most part, but if you listen to her, if you can stand to listen to her, sometimes she do be making some good points. She just, to me, she's chosen a side that I can never get with, right? And that's not the side necessarily of Trump, but that's the side of upholding white supremacy. Same with Angela Stanton, who I think is a very intelligent woman. But again, she has chosen a side, and I feel like that side, again, is upholding white supremacy. And for me, that's what Terry Crews is doing. I don't mind us not all being in lockstep with every little thing. I don't mind that. But when it comes down to us fighting for our literal lives, we got to be in lockstep on some shit like this. Out here talking about black supremacy, something that doesn't even exist, right? That's just stupid. There's no such thing as black supremacy, because I promise you, we will all be lined up trying to get some of that shit. Okay? Let me know what a line is to black supremacy so I can get some shit like that. Okay? He just sounds stupid. And I don't know if why he's placating to white people in this way. I understand he on America's Got Talent and shit like that, but it's like, God damn, you tap dancing that hard. You out here with the full tap dance, Terry Crews, and we don't understand it. We don't understand it. It's like he has completely missed the point of people saying Black Lives Matter. Again, Black Lives Matter means Black lives matter too. We matter too. And we've seen so many folks out here just clearly showing us that we don't. Look at Breonna Taylor's situation. People haven't been brought up on charges. The men who shot her while she slept in her bed have not been brought up on charges for that. But we see the black state's attorney that should be handling this, that should have handled this by now, out here with his engagement party to his white queen, his snow queen. And we just thinking to ourselves, oh, so that's why ain't no charges been brought up because you don't want to upset the white folks, your white family. You don't want to upset them. So we see how you are. We see what you're doing. That's the kind of stuff that if Terry Crews wanted to use his voice could be using. But again, he don't believe in that because again, he think that we black supremacists. We out here with black supremacy. So he don't even understand the whole point of people saying Black Lives Matter. He don't even understand that. So I just wish that, listen, if you ain't got nothing, I guess, of substance to say, Terry Crews, I just think for the most part, the black delegation has decided that you just shouldn't say anything. Because as I was on Twitter looking at his tweets and looking at the responses, the people that were taking up for him were white folks. They was like, we understand, Terry. We get what you were saying. We absolutely understand. Of course you get what he was saying. Because you think that people out here saying that black lives are better. He is just playing right into that narrative that black people are out here saying that we're better and we are more important than everybody else. He is playing into that all lives matter bullshit that people try to peddle. You just peddling bullshit. And that's why I just can't even, I don't even give a damn, honestly, be honest with you, with the whole Gabrielle Union and Terry Crews situation. I talked about it, but it don't like move me like that. But this bothers me simply because this is once again a situation where, not specifically Gabrielle Union, but black women were taken up for Terry Crews. And now, you know what? He's just another person that you just got to X off. Like, listen, we got to stop. We got to stop putting the cape on for these fools. It's not worth it. It is absolutely not worth it. But I just wanted to talk about some of this stuff. I have another video coming that is talking. I wanted this one to just be about these situations. I didn't want to like add Jadakiss verses in there with this particular kind of conversation. So that's going to be a separate one. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I just been seeing going on over the last month. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care, y'all.